cinematography and black and white fine art black and white photography, because these people have to work with their environment to create a great image. The best compositional people you're going to find are black and white pen and ink illustrators and black and white fine art photographers. Those guys are the best. They are the poets of composition. Write that down. I've never said that before, but that is the perfect way to say it. They are the poets of composition.
Black and white.
Black and white fine art photographers and pen and ink artists. Now, so here's an example, and what I want you, I'm just going to go through these really quickly, but you guys, notice how these shots are beautiful. They're just nice shots. Guy who has an interest in cinematography, and he has this incredible website that has all of these movies with like clips, like 100 clips from, say, Gandhi, showing all these great shots in Gandhi, you know, or 100 clips from Amelie, showing all these great shots. So I think it's Evan Richards' blogspot.com. Okay, so you guys can see the care and attention I was giving that, right?
Yes.
You could be a doctor with that type of care.
What was that?
You could be a doctor.
Yeah. Here, come here, let me operate on you. Okay, but make believe it is. All right. So here's the thing. I've gone through a whole bunch of sketches. I'm working hard at it. You know what I mean? And then you do get to that point sometimes. Oh, you're 60 thumbs in, you're 70 thumbs in, and you're kind of going, hell, I already did that one. Oh, I already did that one. Oh, I already did that one. Okay? I didn't do that one.
What the heck?
Yes. I don't know, I'm going to go do it later. I'm excited about it.
Okay, now I don't know what to do with this. You know? But that's the point. I can take that and go, oh yeah, maybe I could do it like this. You see what I mean? Maybe I could do it like I'm looking through something. You know, like say I'm looking through this, and maybe this actually has an additional thing going back here. See what I mean? So I start making ideas out of it, and then it's like, oh, I don't like that one. What if it's like that? You see what I mean? You're playing. There is nothing you can't do. Now, that idea doesn't work. Okay. Let's say.
And that size of frame is standard because, is that like a film?
Film ratio, yeah. And sometimes I take some of the ideas as just inspiration for how to turn it. So like, okay, you know, that's another one. And then I can, I want to add to it. What was that? You guys see my point. It's inexhaustible. Now, not only is it inexhaustible, but you can even do stuff like, I'm doing this off the top of my head, but this is really how you want to think about your thumbnails.
Dramatic and it's
What was that?
cinematographic, I guess, or how it's. What were you saying about it being dramatic, like cinematic and dramatic?
Grab anything. Grab anything, throw a piece of tracing paper on it, and see what happens. Remember, how many of you guys know who Peter de Sève is? Okay. Peter de Sève is someone you all should know. He's probably one of the best visual development character, or he's probably one of the best character designers in the business, one of the best
Ice Age.
illustrators. Yeah, if any of you guys have seen Ice Age, all those characters are his characters. Okay, he's a brilliant draftsman, one of the best draftsmen you're ever going to see. And actually, remind me sometime, I'll tell you the funny story about Patrick Stewart that we don't have time for today. He's a huge Star Trek fan, it's a long story. Peter Sev has this great line. He says, drawing is 50% hallucination. You start off drawing one thing. You start off drawing a cityscape. That's Peter DeSev. Anyway, he's a brilliant guy. Really nice, too. He's top flight. Actually, I've got two funny Peter DeSev stories. Another day we can talk about him. He's colorblind, too. So if any of you guys are colorblind, it doesn't mean you can't be a great artist. Anyway, you guys see the point? You can take anything you have in front of you and use it as inspiration. Now all I'm doing in this case is I'm straightening up the lines because the curved lines aren't appropriate. So you start with something like that and you say, oh, I don't like that. Okay, so turn it. Turn it again and figure out, flip it. See if it looks better the other way. So do you guys realize that even if you only did like 25 thumbnails, they're inexhaustively recyclable? Does that make sense? Does it seem like they might be easier now? I also want to show these. Is this yours?
No, that's fine.
That's what I like to say.
Okay. In the future, print them out.
And my printer, well, all of a sudden, my printer had to be.
Perfect response. Okay, so I wanted to show these as some examples, just so you guys get a little benefit of the collective brain, of how people are approaching these things. And like Patch and a couple other people were saying before class started today that I'm on like my third version of how I want to do it, for the notebook pages. It's like, okay, that's exactly what I want you doing now so that you can fix it. Yeah.
Okay, by the way, guys, if I said ruler, that means just make your diagrams have cleaner lines. It's not just for that sake. And if I also wrote explain, it's more like I just saw a diagram and nothing explaining how you did it.
These are some of the ones that Rachel and Rev picked out as being looking particularly nice. Okay, so Annie, where are you at? Good job. One thing, your cone of vision is printing oval. I don't know if that's a problem or not, but it shouldn't be an oval, it should be a circle. But yeah, so you guys, again, this is fine. This is totally fine. It's nice and clear. Okay, Juliana, some notes, and then, yeah, this is great. That's fine. Now, you guys, I want to say something, graphic design-wise, yeah, there's always things you can say design-wise. I'm doing some, actually I should show you some stuff I'm trying to design for my friend of mine who, I'm trying to work on a book right now, and I'm sending the designs to my friend Jeff, who's a professional graphic designer, and it's kind of like him sending me drawings to critique. It's like, oh, here, let me help you, and he rips my designs apart. It's like, oh, I thought I was doing well. So just so you guys know, these things continue and you guys will get better at graphic design stuff, but I'm really not that concerned about the graphic design issues. I really just want the information to be there. So let's see, Jasmine, okay, nice job. Actually, this is particularly nice, showing kind of like the mistakes to look out for, things like that. That's really good. The little circles, bad. I like it. So yeah, this is excellent, excellent stuff. And if you guys get to the point where what I expect will happen is you guys will get a third of the way into this. and you'll go, that's how I should be doing it. Like, it'll take you a third of the semester to figure out the best way to take the notes, the best way to make the notes. And that's okay. You know, what I really want you to leave is I just want you to leave with the information at the end of the semester where it's there and it's solid. Okay, yeah.
Do you prefer them to be printed out, or if it, like?
Well,
Here's
here's,
good examples of.
these are ones that they picked out because they thought they looked really good, you know, and so that's fine. I care about it being complete, clear, correct, and concise.
Yeah,
You
you
know.
don't have to be tight.
Yeah, you don't have to be writing a novel here, you don't have to be, you know, blowing me away with this staggeringly beautifully designed thing. It just needs to be correct and clear and all that. Okay? So I don't know if that was that helpful to you guys to see those? Okay, I don't know what the rest of them look like. What?
Those two right there, they're written ones, right next to.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, picked out both, so
okay, I
that
didn't see.
way. they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
clear.
See, like, this is totally fine. This is totally fine. You know? This is, actually, you know, I'm actually really glad you guys picked this one out because this is the other end of the spectrum complexity-wise, but it's perfectly correct. I have no problem at all with this. In fact, you know, it looks very good. So, whose was this? Mike, nice job. Nice job, Mike. Excellent. Same thing here. Perfect. Totally, totally, totally fine. You know, so yeah, that's great stuff. April, nice job. Where's April at? Okay, and here's Byron's.
It still looks nice.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Hey, it's green. Yeah, it's small.
So yeah, that looks really great, but. This is gonna go on like all semester, I can tell, like the last day, oh, well, sorry. Does that make sense, you guys? Does that help? Okay, so here's what I would like you guys to do for Wednesday. Revisit the thumbnails, revisit the sketches, talk with your teammates, and basically, what I would love to be able to do on Wednesday is I would love to be able to go down the wall, this nicely presented wall, and have all the sketches and be able to go, number 1, go for it. Number 3, go for it. Number 2, go for it. You know what I mean? And so basically, I'd like to be able to go down your row of sketches and saying, yeah, this is a winner, develop it, make it into a full-size mechanical. Because that's what I want the homework to be this weekend. And so try to make the most of it cinematically, try to take all the things we talked about and kind of investigate a little bit more, have some more fun, and then basically put up some great sketches. Yes?
So then for Wednesday, we'll put just new sketches on there.
You know, I think we'll probably just look at the sketches because I think you guys are understanding the thumbnails pretty well. I'm actually pretty impressed with how the thumbnails looked today and you know, with how you guys were responding to what we were talking about. So I'm not too concerned about the thumbnails now. Now I'm going to just say this question so no one gets embarrassed by asking it. There's almost always someone asks, well, how many thumbnails do we need to do? How many people do you need to date to find someone to marry?
As many as it
You need to date as many as it takes. Now, hopefully, you will date a lot. You know, and you understand what I mean. So do what you need to do. Yeah.
For our sketches, should we be revisiting our current ones or?
Either way.
Okay.
Either way, I would suggest many of your current ones, most of the current ones that were on here needed a lot of help. It might be easier just to go back and work from the beginning. A couple of you guys were pretty close. If you're really in love with one, you know, go for it.